Last night, we told you about a Danville mother's quest to understand how her son died following a successful transplant surgery at UCSF. The healthy young man lapsed into a coma after donating a kidney to his sister. It took 5 years and thousands of hospital records and a lengthy court trial to uncover that he died from a series of medical mistakes that started with a drug overdose in the hospital.
I love this picture. They were just great pals.
Melissa Pedersen finds comfort in looking at childhood photos of her children, Anders and Kelly.
Does looking at these give you joy?
Totally. Yeah. Really good memories.
Recollections from those easy days before Kelly got sick.
You know, he's so happy.
Before Anders donated one of his kidneys to his sister and died in recovery.
I don't know how to even explain it to people the way that my brother passed away. It's like every family's worst nightmare. I'm here because he passed away, and that's not how it should be.
The promise of a new life for Kelly began on the morning of October 23, 2015. Anders gave his ailing sister a healthy kidney. The surgery, a success. Yet 24 hours later, Anders stopped breathing as his mother watched helplessly.
Did you know in that moment that it was going to have such a devastating outcome?
That was my initial thought. And then you think, that can't happen. This is really not happening. And then you ask God to save him.
Anders was taken off life support 9 days later. Doctors told the Pedersens they didn't know why he died, and they suggested that he may have had a genetic heart defect. But we've consulted with medical experts and reviewed thousands of hospital and court records, and they tell a very different story. At 1:28 p.m., 2 hours and 15 minutes after surgery, Anders complained of severe pain. At 4:29, a nurse practitioner changed Anders' medication from fentanyl to another powerful opioid, Dilaudid. At 5:14 p.m., Anders receives the first dose of Dilaudid from what's known as a PCA pump. It allows the patient to get a set number of doses by pressing a button. 3 hours later, Anders begins to vomit repeatedly. At one point, vomiting 600 milliliters, more than 2 cups.
At that point, you analyze, you regroup.
Steve Hilliard, the attorney for the Pedersens, called an expert medical witness who testified that the vomiting could have been caused by the Dilaudid.
Is it the medication? Why is he having an adverse reaction to the medication?
At 8:30 a.m., Anders got his final dose of Dilaudid. At 9:17, Melissa realized her son had stopped breathing.
And I started screaming his name, and I started screaming for the nurse to help him.
But how could a healthy 28-year-old just stop breathing? Hospital logs and court testimony by an expert pharmacologist reveal that when a nurse practitioner changed Anders' medication, she increased his opioid dose by nearly 400%.
He's the healthiest guy on the floor. Let's give him plenty of meds, and he'll be no problem.
Was it clear once you got the records that something had gone wrong?
Yeah, it was clear.
For expert testimony, Hilliard turned to Dr. William Klein, former professor of medicine at UC Irvine, with a decades-long relationship with the University of California.
I have a great deal of respect for the facility. Through the type of work that they do, they save many lives.
Dr. Klein testified that UCSF made serious errors post-surgery. Anders wasn't being monitored by a pulse oximeter, a simple device that would have alerted staff that his blood oxygen was dangerously low. What's more, hospital records show that when Anders stopped breathing, no one had checked his vital signs for nearly 5 hours.
Failure to do that every 4 hours is a breach of the standard of care.
Another doctor, Rafi Simonian, former director of the Department of Pharmacy at UC San Diego, testified he found more than 30 failures in Anders' post-operative care. Among the mistakes the expert witness testified about in court, hospital staff didn't account for the effects of Dilaudid on someone who just lost a kidney. From the pharmacist to the nursing staff, no one recognized the potency of the Dilaudid dose Anders was given. And when Anders coded, the Code Blue team failed to give him Narcan, a drug that reverses the effects of opioids.
One mistake led to another, to another, to another.
Mistakes Hilliard believes turned out to be fatal.
There's no doubt. They killed him. It was preventable. It was foreseeable. They knew that Dilaudid could kill, and they didn't do enough to prevent it.
The court agreed. After a traumatic trial, the judge concluded that the only reasonable explanation supported by evidence is that Anders died of an overdose of opioids.
The finding was that they were negligent, they overdosed him.
Despite that judgment, the University of California does not admit wrongdoing, citing 2 investigations that found no fault on behalf of UCSF. The hospital maintains Anders' death was not consistent with excessive opioids. However, UCSF did change its policy after this incident and now monitors transplant patients with continuous pulse oximetry. But many hospitals still don't do that.
Patients are getting harmed, and we have to do something to stop this and prevent this, and we can.
Dr. Mike Ramsey, the CEO of the nonprofit patient safety movement, has collected dozens of tragic stories about patients dying from medical errors.
It would take us more than 2 weeks just to say their names.
A study in the Journal of Patient Safety estimates 180,000 patients are harmed by opioids in U.S. hospitals each year. And as many as 9,000 hospital patients die from medication errors. Dr. Ramsey says many of those deaths and injuries could be prevented by using simple monitoring devices.
The solution is we need to monitor everybody. We want the alarm system to be on the patient.
The issue of opioid overdoses may soon be before Congress. A new bill, the Inpatient Opioid Safety Act, would require all patients on opioids in hospitals to have continuous monitoring. In the meantime, Attorney Hilliard says it is on you and your family to make sure a loved one is safe in the hospital.
Be an advocate for the patient who's not in a position to advocate for themselves.
A painful lesson the Pedersons learned too late.
What do you want people to know about your son's death?
He gave his kidney to Kelly because he loved her so much. And I am just so proud of him.
My life will never be the same. You know, my life is consumed by trauma from this. I hope no family ever has to go through this again.
Now, the court ordered UCSF to pay the family $2 million in damages, which was reduced to $250,000. That's because a California law limits medical malpractice awards to just $250,000. The Pedersons, though, maintained that it was never about the money. They wanted accountability to help prevent it from happening to anyone else.